The return of Tiger Woods. Terry Gannon along with Sir Nick Faldo. 109 days since his last event, his last round in early March out on the PGA Tour. He said he was coming in, he was going to be rusty, and that was pretty apparent from the get-go.
Well, I agree with those. And he should be rusty. I mean, anybody who takes 100+ days off for whatever reason, especially as you're getting a little bit older. You know, Tiger is nearly 39, but this was his opening tee shot at 10, and he must have flushed. He said a little bit of adrenaline because this is one of the no-nos. 10 is a tough hole. You can't be short. You got the pond, and you can't be long in that bunker. You got no opportunity from there.
Yeah, it's par 3 over 200 yards, and he would not get up and down, so he'd make a bogey at his opening hole in his return, and then 11 awaited. That's the toughest hole by far on the golf course.
Yeah, it's a brutal hole. You play out left, which is sensible, and there's a hog's back right there, and he just doesn't get it to release over the hill. So, and obviously misses the next one. So starting bogey. Yeah,
back to back, and then a couple of pars. Gets to 14. He's 2 over. This is second, 467 yards.
That was a nice follow through. We're going to watch different follow throughs from Tiger, whether it's a little draw shot or a little fade, and you know, went through nicely on that one. To about 9-footer.
And the birdie putt through his shadow from about 9 feet or so.
Yeah, that was the interesting thing, is, you know, how hard can he hit it? Does he have to throttle back? And it would make sense to throttle back. But surprising, this was one of the chip shots. He saw the divot go splatting away, and considering he said that was one of the things he could practice quite a lot of, he made a mess of quite a few chip shots. Here's another. This is 16, the birdie, but look at the gust of wind. Augusta got him.
Hasn't gotten him off it. He's been pretty good there, but this at 17 for par, 2 over at this point.
Well, then he went on a bad run. He just went on a rough run where it basically par 18, hit it to the front of the green, hit it down the fairway, hit it to the front of the green, which is, you know, 30 yards to go to get up and down. So
Paul goes out in 39, front side, makes the turn. He's 4 over.
Yeah, he pulled it on one. His tee shot pulled this one. You can see it didn't quite release how he intended. So, you know, when you're not playing and not chipping all the time, it's that little fine difference. And this is when you get wrapped up in your line, as we all know, and you don't hit the darn thing.
So he's 5 over at this point. Dead last in the field of 120 players. In fact, played with Jason Day and Jordan Spieth, and they all struggled. They were all tied for last at some point.
Yeah, I think he said he had a wedge into 3 and missed the green left. Most of them were left, and then the scrambling's just not sharp. This putt was, you know, you can see that was a little bit of a pushy. So for a while he was like, was it 6 bogeys for 12 holes?
Yeah, 6 over par at this point, but started to get it back. And you would imagine, having played the back 9 first, it's a tougher of the 2 9s, and so you have a chance to get it going midway through.
You can see that's a softer draw follow through. Just let it go, which is all a part of the trust. So that's a good shot. You know, 3 feet at the 4th. It's a good hole up in, you know, turns left to right, going slightly uphill.
So this is second at the 5th from the fairway.
Well, this is the ones he was talking about earlier, saying, you know, you got a wedge in your hand, you want to throw it in the right area, and completely got that one wrong, but did get it up and down to make par. That's the 5th and away, and that'll do you back in, that kind of reaction.
Another fairway here at the 6th, 555-yard par 5.
Yeah. In the past, he hasn't liked this one too much because and got it the wrong side of another hog's back, big hog's back in this.
But he was surprised at those shots too, because that is what he's been able to work
well,
with
again,
weeks now.
Yeah, distance control.
Want to make par.
Out on the links. This is a nice one up the hill, 160-yard shot. You see the softer little follow through. And this one in again, closer. Did he hit 3? Well, we're going to give him the fishing line, back it up. Spin it back, but it's still back to 3 feet. So 3 shots he hit today, you know, in the 3-foot range, 3-foot, 4-foot range.
Galleries go nuts for that stuff too.
Oh yeah, this was a good run. He managed to shoot 3 under for the last 6 holes.
Yeah, he gets 3 birdies coming in. This at the 8th. Good tee shot. Said he had no problem. That wasn't a driver, but he said
I think
no
three wood is going to be his friend. I mean, you got that little bit of loft to collect it. You don't get that quite the same jarring as if you miss hit a driver. Sure, if you hit it sweet, it's fine. But if you miss hit it on the face, and Just a nice little knockdown shot. You know, good plane, a swing, spins it back. Oh, there was the third one inside 3 feet I was talking about. So there you go. That's pretty darn good. Or around 3 feet.
And another birdie putt here from about 3 feet. Just surprising he's here, Nick. We'll talk more about it today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll see him play tomorrow. But the fact that no one expected him to be back, just talking to people around him recent weeks before the Open Championship.
Yeah. I tried to fade a wedge in here, throw it back like he done, and this one didn't spin. And that is no fun on the back of this 9th green.
Seen that a few times.
Yeah, we've commented on this putt over the last few occasions we've been here. It's one of the impossible putts to make on this green.
Nearly does. So on the day, he had 9 fairways, 10 greens in regulation, and 31 putts. With that one to finish up with a 74, par 71 here at Congressional Country Club. So the 74, that's what Spieth shot to. Jason Day a couple better than that, but all 3 of them struggled, and surprising for the other 2. Not for Tiger, coming off that long layoff and had that back surgery at the end of March with a pinched nerve that he was struggling with for some time. And there you see the numbers, and remember, he started on the back 9 and ends up making those 3 birdies coming in, 35 on the second 9, 74 overall. And this is what he told the media after his round.
Yeah, you know what? The score is not really indicative of how I played. I played better than that. I mean, I had 4 up and downs right there on 15 through 18 and didn't get any of them up and down. Had an easy pitch on 2. Don't get that up and down. Had a wedge in my hand on what, 3, and I jerk it in the bunker. I mean, I made so many little mistakes. So I played a lot better than the score indicates, which is good.
Tiger, how about physically? How are you feeling? Back's fine?
Back's great. Yeah, I had no issues at all. No twinges, no nothing. It felt fantastic. That was one of the reasons why I let it go on those tee shots. I hit it pretty hard out there.
Driver felt good today?
Yeah, I know. I drove it great. I felt comfortable. You know, I fixed it yesterday. You know, with the grip change. I hit that foul ball on 18 yesterday, and then fixed it the very next one. Then I piped it on all the way through, and basically that's what I was trying to work on all day today. It was the same thing. Make sure I got into that proper position, and then from there just hit it. You know, adrenaline's rushing. I hit the ball further, you know, when I'm out here like this than I do at home, and trying to get the numbers, trying to get the feels. It didn't start happening until probably midway through my front 9. So it unfortunately took a while to get the feel for it. When you saw the putt I hit on 11 was awful. You know, I left it 10, 12 feet short. My feels were off, and then I finally got it going.